Hello, my name is Sarah and welcome back to another Popcorn Chat. I like to talk about the latest films and on-demand releases, so if that sounds like your cup of tea and you're new, why not hit that subscribe button down below. So in this video I'm going to talk about the film that everyone's saying is the best thing they've watched this year, and that is Everything Everywhere All at Once. This was directed by the Daniels, and I've not seen any of their other work previously. I know that they made Swiss Army Man, which I've still not been able to catch, but I know a lot of people love that film, so I will watch it eventually. But yeah, I was very, very much new to their sort of direction, and I had no real idea of what this film was going to be. I didn't watch any trailers. A few people just said online that it had a multiverse element to it, and was sort of based around sort of Asian American family. And that was all I knew, and I'm glad that's all I knew. So this first section is going to be spoiler free, so let's get into some positives. As I said previously, I had no real knowledge about the story of this film, and I was surprised at how many topics and angles it tackled within this film, with different themes and issues that many people face, no matter what background they're from. Everyone sort of has to deal with these family dynamics, decisions, and internal thoughts, really. And this film handles it so well. Where other films may try and tackle multiple themes like this, they may not pull it off as well, but this seems to get it just right. You can tell that the people that made this film absolutely love cinema. There's so many references to other cinematic masterpieces within this film as you travel through various multiverses, and the visionary and editing is so playful and so creative. And as someone who makes videos for a living, I was so inspired by these creative movements, and yeah, everything was done with a passion and a reason, and added to characters and story plots with various cinematic techniques, and I absolutely loved that about this film. From what I've heard, the Daniels seem to get humour just right. I've heard Swiss Army Man is a great, funny sort of film. I'm not sure on its sort of other sort of messages, but I've heard the comedy in Swiss Army Man shines through and makes it a great film. I think they do that here too. They balance the humour and the more dramatic moments so perfectly. There's moments near the end of the film where I was crying, and then it'd be juxtaposed with a scenario from a different multiverse, and then you'd laugh for a second and you're sort of laughing through the tears. So I think they got the balance of humour and dramatic story beats perfectly balanced in this. The only real main issue I have with this film is its pacing. There's a little part 2/3 in where it drops a little, something significant happens, and then it has to sort of build back up again. And maybe it took a little bit to get going as well at the beginning. So I think some points the pacing is off, be it from the writing, the editing, I'm not too sure. But I think it could have been a little bit tighter, felt a little bit long at times as well. But that's my only real sort of qualms with this film. So we're going to talk about some spoiler specific moments, so if you've not seen the film, skip forward. So I went and saw this with my mum, and I couldn't have planned that more perfectly. Not knowing the themes and the subject matters about family and sort of matriarchy within that, I couldn't have picked anyone better to go and see that with. So I thought we could get my mum on and see what her thoughts were. So I'm here now with my mum, who I went to see Everything Everywhere All at Once with. So what did you think of the film?
I knew nothing about it to begin with. And the first 10 minutes I actually thought, what the hell is this?
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you anything.
And but I decided to go with it, and I'm so pleased that I did, because it was funny, frightening, enlightening. It put you through every single emotion you can imagine. Yeah. And the references in the film were just fantastic, from The Matrix to Ratatouille.
You still need to see that.
To do that is amazing, and I just thought it was a brilliant film, absolutely brilliant.
Would you recommend this film to
I would, because it's got a very good message about... Can I say that now?
Yeah, this will be in the spoiler section. So
it's about accepting who you are now and the people around you, and not putting your own preconceived ideas onto them and judging them. It's accepting people for who they are, and it was a great message, and it was fantastically put across. Just loved it, absolutely loved it.
There's one other thing I wanted to say is, and it said it yesterday, was that I thought you might like this film because I know you like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah,
and it's very similar with like the editing, jumping from different scenarios. I mean, that's very much more of a relationship thing, but I thought you'd like the style of the editing and
I did
what
like
it says about it. And
and it keeps you interested, and I don't like films that you can guess what's going on just right from the beginning. I like to be taken down a path and ask questions, and it becomes intriguing, and that's what I liked about it.
Good. So what would you give the film out of 5 is what the rating I
I'd
gave?
say probably 4.5.
That's what I gave.
Because there was a little bit where I think it went a bit too long.
Yeah.
I don't know the technical term, but they stretched the story out a little bit too long at one part, and I thought, just a little bit in the middle, because it squashed it up a bit. But apart from that, I thought it was great.
Well, thank you for giving your thoughts. And
thank you for taking me.
Well, hopefully people will want you back on the channel for something.
I'm available.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
So as I mentioned earlier in this review, I liked how creative this was in terms of its editing, the performances, the direction, score as well was amazing. So the aspect ratio is something they also played with in this film when Evelyn was in certain sort of avenues of the multiverse. It would sort of narrow down and then it would expand, and that sort of helped to reflect where she was and sort of grounded you in what universe she was in. So I thought that was a really helpful way. It was quite hard to notice at first, but then once I sort of clocked it, I couldn't stop noticing it. So I liked that touch, definitely. Hearing a very loose concept about this film, I thought I would enjoy it because lots of my friends whose opinions I value on films, they said it was great, and therefore I knew it was going to be a good experience. And I definitely think it lived up to the hype. I think it was an excellent film that pushed creativity on such a relatively small budget in Hollywood standard. I think they did so much with the equipment and the vision that they had all along, and having such amazing actors in this film really helped propel the story. The emotional core of this film is so well done, and I think anyone can go and see this film and access it on many, many levels. You know, whether you're a mother or daughter, it doesn't matter. You can go and see this film and get something out of it. And you could apply it to any situation that you've had in your life. You know, those what if questions. What if I didn't go to that coffee shop on that day? What if I did take that job? There's so many things that we question in life, and this film is there with you on that question of what could have been. I had a great time with this film, so I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5. I hope you enjoyed my review of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Hopefully it's inspired you to go and see it. It's not giving too many spoilers away. And if you have seen it, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'd love to check those out and see what you thought of this film. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon for another popcorn chat.